Welcome to Strength Over Passion. I'm Mike Rodriguez, and I'm the quarterback of this huddle. Do you like magic? Want to see a trick? Watch carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, over here. Can you see me? Pretty cool, huh? Maybe in the future we'll have another magic trick. I'm sitting here amongst all these empty chairs because these chairs represent the people that you want to talk to about your thing, your business, your product, your service, your church, your mission, whatever it is that you're trying to go out there and explain to people, to market to people. I know you're good at it. Once you're in a conversation, you got it down. But how do you start that conversation without it feeling forced, without it feeling like, you're just pushing something on them? I've always thought, man, if I could just have that phrase, and I know a lot of people I talk to, they're always like, Mike, how do you transition into business when you're in a conversation? What if I told you there's 2 phrases you could use that guarantees you 100% of the time you can go from any conversation about anything right into your thing? That would be pretty awesome, right? Frankly, that would be magic. When I was 20 years old, I started in financial services. Problem was I was looking for clients, but when you're 20, who do you know? You know other 20-year-olds who are either away in school or broke like I was. So that wasn't going to work. I had to find other people and tried cold calling for a little bit, and that didn't work. So I wanted to be around people. Where are people going to be at? And back then, the answer was malls. Shopping malls had people. They were actually crowded before Amazon taught us that shopping was this easy. And so I'd be at a mall and I'd be scoping people out. I'd be looking for my target. It's almost like hunting. Okay, there, I see someone. Who was I looking for? I was looking for people that were, middle-aged, so older than I was, hopefully married, a mom pushing a stroller, someone with kids. So that told me, number one, they needed financial services, so they needed the products and services I had. And number 2, they're in a mall, so that tells me that they want to talk about their financial services with a 20-year-old stranger. So I wanted to provide that service. So I'd be looking at, okay, we're in this store, what products are they looking at? And then I see them, okay, what's my transition? How am I going to talk to that person this time? I would come up with a script. And because I want to do it well, I would rewrite the script really quickly. Then I would role play both sides, come up with their objections, overcome their objections, and finally, okay, I'm ready. Now I'm going to go talk to them, turn, and they're gone. That happens so many times, can't even begin to tell you. I just kept thinking, if only I had that line, if only I had that thing that I could come up with and just say to talk about business. Then I came up with the 2 magic phrases. Guys, it transformed my business. It really took things to a higher level, and it took the pressure off. It took the load off of me. I had a couple people come up to me in those stores and say, excuse me, son, are you okay? Because I think I had that strained look as I'm thinking about what I'm going to say. Not healthy, not good. In fact, reminds me of a story. Tony was walking. He bumps into an old friend, guy he hasn't seen for a long time. And the guy's like, Tony, you look fantastic. What's happening? What's new? Have you lost weight? Are you working out? I mean, you look great. Your hair even looks better than it used to. What's happening? Tony says, thank you. I feel good. The guy says, what's changed in your life? Tony said, well, I got to tell you, the main thing is I hired a professional worrier. Time out. Tony, come again? I've never heard that before. A professional worrier. How does that work? Tony says, it's pretty cool. Pay this guy a fee, and I tell him my problems. I tell him what I'm concerned about, what I'm worrying about. Then he worries about it. I just let it go. The guy said, I like that. That's pretty cool. Can I ask, how much does that cost? Because I think I need to get me one of them. Tony says, it's a little pricey, but I think it's worth it. It's $10,000 a week. Well, Tony, how are you going to be able to afford that? Tony said, I have no idea. That's his problem. Let him worry about it. So teammates, let's take the load off you. Let's take the pressure off you. Let's talk about these 2 magic phrases. Here comes the first one. You ready? It's a good one. It's short. Here we go. By the way. There you got it. By the way. You know what by the way means? It literally means I'm changing the subject. So many people I talk to, they're always thinking, you know, I was in this situation, I was at a party, I was at this, I was at that, and I was just waiting. I wanted to organically. You're looking for that opening. You want them to say this. You want the emotion to feel this. Stop. Just change the subject without saying I'm changing the subject. Just say, by the way. That changes the subject. Let me give you an example. So I'd be at my son's football game, and we're sitting down, and maybe I'm sitting next to another dad. Hey, good pass, guy, way to go. Hey, Steve, high five, man, your son's playing great. By the way, have I ever told you what I do? You're in the conversation. Like I said, you can take the ball and run with it, but how do you get it there? How do you start the conversation? By the way, there you go. Our daughter Paige played club volleyball. Very expensive. I was running our financial services business back then. So I'd be, again, with the dads. We're watching volleyball, cheering on the gals, you know, in between tournaments. It took all day. Loved it, but, you know, it was a long time there. So I'm talking to a dad, and I would say, by the way, we came up with this revolutionary investment strategy at our office that's just unbelievable. Pause. You don't say, by the way, and then ramrod them with a whole pitch, because then they're doing the matrix, right? Bending over backwards. Whoa, 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 I didn't ask for that. What's going on? So you just have that opening line. I think it's almost psychologically impossible to hear an attention grabber like that, a cliffhanger like that, and not ask for more information. So I would say that, and of course he would say, what is it? How does that work? And I would say, well, on the upside, when the market's going up, your money goes up with it, you're making money. But here's the cool thing. When the market goes down and everyone's losing money, you still make money. There's a guaranteed bottom. There's a floor on it. It can't go below. Pause. Again, he has to ask a follow-up question. He's going to say, that's incredible. How does it work? Or that sounds too good to be true. How does it work, or how is it true? Either way, I come back with, you know, this is not the time and place for that. Tell you what, I'll buy you lunch this week. Let's get together. Then I'll fill you in on all the details. But yeah, it's amazing. What's better for you? Would Wednesday or Thursday be better to go grab lunch? Teammates, I made a small fortune using that technique verbatim in volleyball games over the course of a couple of seasons. It works. Figure out what that attention grabber is for what you do, and you start using by the way and let them engage you in that conversation. So again, by the way means I'm changing the subject. Go right for it. Don't wait for the right time. You create the right time. That's number one. Ready for number two? Here comes the second magic phrase. Guys, this is so good, I have to stand up. This gets me excited. If you're listening to this in your car while you're driving, please stop your car, pull over to the side of the road. If you're watching this at your stand-up desk, which I love, I write all my stuff on that, please lower the desk and sit down, because this is going to knock you out. It's that good. Safety first, right? Here we go. Second magic phrase. I know this is going to sound crazy. There you go. You have it. Guys, that works so well when you're propositioning someone who hasn't asked to be propositioned. Picture this, realtors, right? Realtors are famous for knocking on doors and asking people if they want to buy or sell a home. So here's a scenario. Knock, knock. Yes, can I help you? Sir, are you looking to buy or sell your home? Slam. Happens all the time. How about this? Knock, knock, open the door. I know this is going to sound crazy. Pause. When someone hears that, number one, curiosity. They want to hear what's next. But number two, when you say, I know this is going to sound crazy, their mind starts running. They're a little concerned. Whatever you say next is probably less scary and less evasive than what they were thinking, so they're almost relieved. And they're not going to say, that's ridiculous, that's crazy. You told them up front, I know this is going to sound crazy, so you beat them to the punch. Knock, knock, yeah, can I help you? I know this is going to sound crazy. But homes in your community are selling right now for 15% more than the comps in the neighborhood. If you're open to it, I'd be happy to give you an illustration. that shows what you could make in both best case and worst case scenarios. Not everyone's going to say yes, but I'm just saying. Use that phrase. I know this is going to sound crazy. You remember young Mikey stalking people at Ala Moana Shopping Center? Once I came up with these two phrases, it really radically changed things for me. Business picked up. I got a couple of clients, and through them, I got referrals. And in the best vein that I had, got a client, got referrals, got at least one client, got referrals. It went 6 generations deep. Now understand, that's not 6 clients. That's way more than 6 clients. It's just, it went all the way down. And so it works. Here's my thing though, I recommend, don't get a shotgun, get a rifle with a scope. What I mean by that is, don't try to talk to anyone, anywhere. Talk to everyone in a specified area. So some people call that farming. I like to call it create a campaign. Who is your ideal customer, client, and go crazy in that field so you maximize your time. Everything works some of the time, and if you work hard and you're willing to work, you're going to go forward very quickly with the 2 magic phrases. By the way, and I know this is going to sound crazy, teammates, it is time for you to win. Always remember, when you're passionate about your strength will give you everything you're passionate about.